Tonight at 5, how a retired Wisconsin educator is using his expertise in special education to help Ukrainian refugees. Plus, a push from local educators and law enforcement asking lawmakers to reconsider cutting the Office of School Safety. And experts say a record number of people will be traveling this 4th of July holiday. We'll take a closer look at the numbers. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. As the war in Ukraine wears on, a retired UW-Platteville professor is using his expertise in special education to lend a helping hand to a small city in western Ukraine. Our Braden Ross sat down this morning with him to learn how. Braden?
For Dan Leach, Ukraine feels like a second home. So when he got the chance to help by doing what he knows best, he jumped at it.
When it comes to teaching, Dan Leach knows what he's doing.
I've been in education for about 30 years.
He started as a special education teacher, then shared his expertise as a professor at UW-Platteville and later as a Fulbright scholar in Ukraine.
We were there from 2010 through 2012, and we lived in the city of Lviv, which is the cultural capital of Ukraine, not the political capital.
He says in his time there, Ukraine started to feel like home. So when war broke out last year,
it was like, my neighbors, my friends, their country is being invaded.
So when he saw a need for help with special education teaching, he didn't think twice.
I said, hey, that's me. I mean, I need to step up and do this.
For the next few months, he'll be helping to implement a $10,000 grant from the State Department, lending his expertise to 40 teachers in the city of Chernovitzy.
Many families that have children with disabilities have fled to fighting, and they've come to Western Ukraine. It's on the other side of the country from where the fighting is.
Since the start of the war, the city has sheltered 80,000 refugees, 40% of them kids, many with disabilities.
The schools, some of the teachers are overwhelmed with students. They're not quite sure how to work with them.
But Leach says he's seen their resilience firsthand, so he's happy to lend a little help from an old friend.
Their spirit is unbreakable.
Leach's team will be working on their toolbox for the next few months and expect to be training teachers by next fall.
Braden, thank you. President Biden says the U.S. and NATO played no role in the short-lived armed mutiny in Russia, but they are closely watching that situation. Today, Russian President Vladimir Putin addressed the country, claiming the Wagner group failed because the Russian people were unified against them. He said the mercenary army was trying to take revenge for their failures in combat. The group seized a military command in southern Russia, then sent a group of soldiers toward Moscow before turning them around. Today, his forces are back at their posts fighting Ukraine.
Combat power is capability times will. And that will comes in large measure from confidence and cohesion. And I'll tell you, I think that the Russian military in Ukraine is under tremendous duress.
Ukraine is in the middle of a counteroffensive against Russia, hoping to seize on this new uncertainty within the Russian ranks to make advances. Meanwhile, the U.S. is expected to announce $500 million in new weapons for Ukraine tomorrow. The aid package includes more Bradley fighting vehicles after officials say Ukraine lost several of those in a hindered counteroffensive this month. The latest package brings the total aid the U.S. has already provided to more than $39 billion. Time now to get a look at your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out on the weather patio. Gary?
Well, it's a little breezy out here, but at least the temperatures are in the 70s. That's not going to be the case beginning tomorrow. In fact, our temperatures will start warming up, and the wildfire smoke will be coming back. Department of Natural Resources has issued an air quality advisory for all of Wisconsin through noon on Thursday. So the next couple of days, that wildfire smoke will be thickening up. Visible cloud track shows lots of clouds here, but you can kind of pick up the haziness up in northern Minnesota as those winds kind of rotate in from the north. That will start drawing that wildfire smoke southward across southern Wisconsin. Those clouds aren't bringing a lot of precipitation. There have been a few showers in eastern Wisconsin, a sprinkle or two out toward the Mississippi River. Most of us have been in between. You can see on high-resolution radar, not much in the way of precipitation out there. And 6-hour future track radar shows maybe a couple of pop-up showers early this evening before those move on out. Otherwise, low temperatures this morning, pretty mild thanks to the cloud cover, mainly middle 60s here. But as you take a look at current temperatures, they're held down because of the cloud cover. Right now, temperatures mainly in the 70s, a little cooler to the east of Madison. Across Dane County, 73 right now in Edgerton, 75 degrees in Cross Plains, and 73 in Wanakee. Otherwise, look for skies to gradually start to clear by later this evening. Otherwise, just an outside chance for an early shower or thunderstorm. Temperatures dropping into the upper upper 60s by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at how thick that wildfire smoke will be and our chances for rain over the next few days.
Gary, thank you. Grant County officials are investigating a crash involving an alleged drunk driver that left one person dead and 3 others critically injured. This happened on Highway 18 between Bloomington and Prairie du Chien just after 6 last night. Deputies say a Dodge Ram crossed the center line of the highway before hitting the Toyota RAV4 head-on. A 73-year-old passenger died in the RAV4 at the scene, but the 73-year-old driver and the couple's 2 young granddaughters were hospitalized with critical injuries. The 57-year-old driver of the Dodge Ram had minor injuries. He was arrested after first responders determined he was heavily under the influence of alcohol and marijuana. Soon to be former Badger wide receiver Marcus Allen made his initial appearance in a Dane County court this morning. Allen was arrested back in April after police allegedly found a stolen gun in his bag at the Mifflin Street block party. Dane County district attorneys say Allen will not face criminal charges if he completes a county-run deferred prosecution program. News 3 Now reached out to Allen's attorney for comment, but have not heard back. Last week, Allen announced he's leaving the Badger football program and entering the transfer portal. You may have noticed some traffic changes if you drove down Atwood Avenue today. Northbound drivers will now use the newly paved lane on the lake side of the street between Walter Street and Oak Ridge Avenue, and then weave back to the other side of the street. Southbound drivers should continue to detour from Fair Oaks to Milwaukee Street to Stoughton Road, then to Cottage Grove Road. The full project, which started earlier this year, set to wrap up in the fall, includes reconstructing Atwood Avenue, adding additional paths and sidewalks for non-motorists, and also replacing sanitary sewers and water mains. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul, law enforcement, and educators all asking lawmakers to reconsider cutting funding to the state's Office of School Safety. The program has been in place since 2018 to prevent school violence, and it also distributed safety grants to Wisconsin schools, provided training, and had blueprints of school layouts. The Department of Justice asked for $2.2 million over the next 2 years to fund the Office of School Safety. The Joint Finance Committee voted not to fund the program earlier this month. Also new, the Wisconsin Beef Council has donated $2,500 to Feeding Wisconsin. That donation, part of a commitment from the Wisconsin Beef Council and other farm organizations to donate proceeds from the 3rd annual Burgers and Buns Fun Run. Dozens of participants competed in person and virtually this year to celebrate May Beef Month and salute Wisconsin beef farmers. Feeding Wisconsin is the state association of 6 regional Feeding America affiliated food banks that provide food to almost 1,000 local food programs in all 72 counties in Wisconsin. June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month, a time for raising awareness about the staggering number of people who suffer from dementia worldwide. About 1 in 10 adults aged 65 and older in the U.S. have dementia, such as Alzheimer's disease. Early signs include trouble remembering, trouble finding words, difficulty multitasking.
I will not sugarcoat it. There are hard days. But it's one day at a time. Just do the best that you can, and I do. I mean, I think I'm able to do most things right now. I don't know what's to come.
It is estimated over 11 million Americans provide unpaid care for people with Alzheimer's or other dementias. That's according to the Alzheimer's Association. There are new developments in the race to develop a daily pill for people who want to lose weight. In a new study published in the New England Journal of Medicine, researchers found a daily pill called orforglipron helped participants with obesity lose nearly 15% of their body weight over 36 weeks. That study also found the active ingredient in the popular injectable diabetes drugs Ozempic and Wegovy could be effective in reducing weight when taken in pill form every day.
All of these medications work by teaching sort of that hormonal axis between the brain and the gut, the way that your brain tells your digestive system, look, you've had enough. It's those hormones that these medications are impacting.
About 10 to 17% of participants had to stop taking the drug because of side effects. Experts say the pills in development would be an alternative to those once-a-week injections that are currently available, and they may cost less. Summer's heating up, and so are travel trends. AAA expecting a record-breaking travel weekend going into the July 4th holiday. Ivan Rodriguez explains with so many people heading out of town, there are some key things to know.
Independence Day is just around the corner, and the travel forecast is set to be hot.
AAA is predicting that nearly 51 million Americans will travel for the 4th of July weekend, and that's an all-time record for us.
AAA's blockbuster forecast predicts that of those 50.7 million travelers who will venture more than 50 miles from home, more than 40 million will go by car.
Friday is going to be the worst day for driving because everyone's going to be on the road at that time. So you can leave Thursday night or Saturday morning, that would be ideal.
And with gas prices holding steady, spokesperson Andrew Gross doesn't anticipate much pain at the pump.
As oil prices have dropped, the price at the pump has dropped too. So whereas last year people may have been paying $4.80 to $5 a gallon, now they're going to be paying $3.50 or less in most places.
But the same can't be said for the record 4.2 million flyers set to take off this weekend. Airfare is up as much as 50% over last year. To avoid the inevitable trouble in the terminal, Gross says to travel early, travel light, and stay informed.
Get to the airport on time, have the airlines app on your phone so you can check and see if there are any gate changes.
And if you've got more travel plans ahead, be prepared. This season isn't cooling down.
I think this is a real scene setter for what we're going to see for the rest of summer. If the 4th of July is really packed, then probably the rest of summer travel is really going to be robust.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
There are only 5 days left to vote for Best of Madison businesses, people, and things to do, and more. Just head to channel3000.com. Look for this story on our homepage there. Scroll down to the bottom of the article, and you can click each category to vote. All you need is a valid email address to register and make sure your votes are counted. Don't forget, you can only vote once per category, and voting ends on Friday. Next at 5, Gary has our latest complete forecast, plus terrifying moments on a cruise ship off the Florida coast after strong winds sent passengers running for cover. Details after the break. And later, how Madison's pedestrian and bicycle administrator is working to stop a rise in pedestrian deaths. That story next hour on News 3 Now at 6. And on Wall Street, the Dow falls more than a dozen. A rough Monday for the NASDAQ as it falls almost 157 points. The S&P down almost 20. We'll be right back.
This is how legends are. 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution.
Well, they're whiter, they're brighter, and I feel better about my smile. And it was so easy to do.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This 4th of July, order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick Pen with your order. The Quick Stick Pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 50% off and your free Quick Stick Pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Coming up, a shocking new report says pedestrian deaths are up 50% in Wisconsin. We take a closer look at the laws and engineering designs put in place to protect you on the street. That's tonight at 6.
Celebrating 40 years of Concerts on the Square. Join us on Thursday as we discover how this iconic event helped shape the spirit of Madison and made it an integral part of our community. 40 years, no rests. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The woman who lost her husband and son in an underwater tragedy near the wreck of the Titanic last week says it was originally supposed to be her, not her son, who went on that ill-fated adventure. All 5 on board the submersible died after it imploded on its way down to the wreck. In an exclusive interview with our partners at BBC, Christine Dawood said her husband, Pakistani businessman Shahzada Dawood, had a lifelong dream of visiting the Titanic.
Absolutely. He had this ability of childlike excitement. So they both were so excited.
She said she gave her spot to her 19-year-old son, Suleiman, because he really wanted to go. The U.S. Coast Guard and Canada's Transportation Safety Board are all still investigating the cause of that accident. Passengers on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship were forced to run for cover after unexpected, dangerously high winds sent deck furniture flying. Take a look. Videos posted on social media showed chairs and tables flying across decks while people in swimsuits gripped onto walls. This video was taken earlier this month off the coast of Florida. Passengers say the ship had not yet left port when this strong storm rolled in. The National Weather Service had issued a severe thunderstorm warning for that area at the time the video was shot. Crew members jumped into action to help passengers, and especially children, separated from their parents in all that commotion. Meanwhile, crews across the South and Midwest are cleaning up after another round of severe weather. At least one person was killed when several tornadoes touched down in Indiana, and many are also dealing with extreme heat. Christian Benavides is in Miami with more.
This massive tornado tore through 3 miles of Johnson County, Indiana on Sunday. Officials say it damaged 75 homes, but amazingly killed no one.
You could hear the house coming apart. It was a nightmare.
John Keith hid in his bathroom as the storm ripped through.
To see your house and see the outside and know that you were just sitting there and you could have been dead.
Severe storms are being blamed for several deaths across the South, including in Arkansas and Georgia, where a tree fell on a pedestrian.
The weather knocked out power to thousands, leaving residents across the South without the ability to cool off, as they also deal with dangerously high temperatures.
It's Texas, so we always expect some heat.
Texans are being asked to conserve energy this week, with temperatures in some places already topping triple digits. ERCOT, which runs the state's electrical grid, says it's prepared to handle the surge.
ERCOT's anticipating peak demand records getting set every day this week, potentially.
At Palo Duro Canyon State Park, officials are asking hikers to take extra precautions.
The canyon floor actually gets incredibly hot. Just the other day, last Wednesday, it got to 140 ground temperature.
And up in Canada, smoke from the wildfires consumed Montreal, while also reducing the air quality in parts of the upper Midwest. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
And the storms caused thousands of flight cancellations and delays over the weekend. And as the system moves east, there are already more than 1,000 cancellations tonight. Let's get a look at our first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with a complete look. Gary?
Yeah, you know, we could use the rain. I mean, we've been in a drought now for about a month, and you can see Doppler track precipitation estimates over the last 5 days shows that through the central part of our area, right through mainly Dane County and Madison, between about a ½ inch and an inch of rain fell over that time. A little heavier down toward the Illinois state line and into parts of far southwestern Wisconsin. These areas of red here might have picked up a little over 2 inches of rain, and then up to the north through central Wisconsin around an inch, but a lot of that in between, not even an inch of rain. We should get about an inch of rain every 7 days on average this time of year. High resolution radar, a couple of sprinkles out over Lake Michigan. Every once in a while, you see a tiny little sprinkle pop up over western Wisconsin. Can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but the more concentrated areas of rain and lightning are across Michigan and on the other side of Lake Michigan, and out to the west, not a lot going on, which unfortunately is not good news for us. The other problem is that wildfire smoke in Canada. With the northerly winds, it's going to start rotating it south. So Wisconsin, Michigan, northern Indiana, already under air quality advisories through noon on Thursday for the possibility for high concentrations of wildfire smoke in the air. For some people, it could become unhealthy. So again, if you have respiratory issues, this is a time to try to stay indoors as much as possible. Get into some air conditioning where that'll filter the air a little bit. 3 things you need to know, though. Sunshine will be returning for tomorrow, although we'll have that wildfire smoke. So as the clouds move away, temperatures will warm back up, and we're into the 80s beginning tomorrow and probably around 90 by the middle of next week. And again, there will be some chances for showers and thunderstorms toward the end of the week, but not very high chances at that. Take a look at these temperatures right now. Triple-digit heat through much of Texas, New Mexico, into parts of the deep south. Our weather pretty comfortable by comparison, but take a look at the heat index readings. They're running between about 115 in some areas, over 120 degrees over Texas. There are excessive heat warnings and heat advisories for much of the southern part of the United States, basically from the Florida Panhandle to just south of Phoenix. And that's not going to go anywhere because the jet stream is kind of cut off. You got that storm spinning around to the east of us. That's what's given us the clouds for the last few days. Another system in the west, and nothing in the middle, just kind of move things along. So because of that, again, that air quality advisory until noon Thursday for all of the state of Wisconsin. Overnight, as skies clear out, look for a low of 60 in Mount Vernon, 58 into Forest, and 58 in Monona. So just a little cooler than last night. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 60 for the low in Janesville, 60 in Monroe, and 57 in Lone Rock. For tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies. It'll be hazy, warmer, high temperature back up at 82 degrees. Future track precipitation, though, this takes into account any rain at the end of the week, and there's not a lot. Maybe a quarter to a half inch of rain, but there'll be areas that pick up more than that, and a lot of areas that pick up less. Lesser amounts out toward La Crosse, maybe a little bit more into southeastern Wisconsin, but still below normal for this time of year. And the 7 to 10 day first warn forecast, again, the highest chances of rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and just chances at that. Then we dry out for next week, and look what happens. Those temperatures go right up. 4th of July, we're close to 90, and we should be in the lower 90s for Wednesday and Thursday of next week. As we check out our first warn traffic right now, things looking pretty good. Beltline, no problems there. I-39, 90, 94, Stoughton Road, all in pretty good shape. As far as travel times, about a 15-minute trip either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. 18 minutes inbound from Sun Prairie to downtown on East Washington Avenue. Same time going outbound. Middleton to Sauk City on US 12 takes you 17 minutes. And from the Beltline to Janesville on I-39, 90 is a 25-minute trip. That's your news for now. First warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. The CBS reality show Tough as Nails begins a new season this Sunday. You might want to tune in to see how a Janesville man is faring in the competition. Todd Anderson is a 58-year-old toolmaker who's battling it out with 11 others in what the network is describing as a test of strength, endurance, life skills, and mental toughness. In the first individual challenge of the season, competitors will cut, grind, and torch 500 pounds of scrap metal. The first two to finish the job earn the privilege of choosing their teammates.
So my strategy was obviously never give up, never give in. That was one of my big words. Never give up, never give in. I don't care how tough it gets. You go at it, you get to work. It's time to get to work.
Now, of course, Anderson couldn't tell us how he did on the show. That's taped in Canada. You can find out for yourself this Sunday at 7 p.m. here on WISC-TV. Coming up, a North Carolina man is proving you are never too old. How he's celebrating his 100th birthday when we return.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's time to enjoy the outdoors with 11% off at Menards. Keeping your pool clean this summer is easy with help from Menards. This 1-gallon bottle of Algicide treats up to 25,000 gallons of pool water. Just $6.99 after rebate. Keep your outdoor accessories organized with Suncast storage cabinets. These durable and stylish cabinets are quick and easy to assemble. Get this tall storage cabinet now for just $186.89 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
George uses AT&T for his internet and mobile service. Anthony has Spectrum One. What's the difference? With AT&T, George pays a lot more.
I'm sorry, I do?
AT&T Internet costs $55, and AT&T Unlimited Extra Line costs $75.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Anthony gets internet with fast and reliable speeds.
Super fast.
Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security.
With Spectrum, I get Security Shield, blocking threats.
And an unlimited mobile line with nationwide 5G.
Service, so reliable.
All for $49.99 a month. Go to spectrum.com/save more to see how much you can save. Or call us and we'll do it for you. With Spectrum One, Anthony is saving almost $100 a month.
That's almost $1,200 in savings. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line. Visit spectrum.com/save more or call 833-754-4999 today.
I'm Randy Bump with Bump Farms, and this is my John Deere. So I'm a sixth-generation farmer. Our farm was homesteaded here in 1846. I think the thing that makes Sohn stand out the most for me is probably the people, the products, and the service. Whether it's bulk oil delivery, bulk DEF delivery, the Sloan helpline, I mean, they're always there for me. And I've actually had them open up on a Sunday and get parts for me so I can keep a combine running. And that's why I think Sloan's first.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, save up to $900 on Beautyrest adjustable base sets. Beautyrest Queen mattresses start at only $399. And when you upgrade to a Beautyrest Black, you'll get $300 in Steinhoffels cash, plus a $100 MasterCard rewards card. Beautyrest Black Queen mattresses start at just $44 per month when you use Steinhoffels' special 72-month financing. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
A North Carolina pilot who just turned 100 is taking to the skies to celebrate. Zach Prelutsky shares the story.
Surrounded by family.
It's pure joy. I love being here, and I'm so happy for Dad.
And friends.
This is a great occasion for me.
100-year-old Uncle John Hartness.
It feels absolutely fantastic. I feel like I'm about 35.
Is celebrating his birthday flying.
Not a single thing I'd rather be doing.
Hartness started volunteering at Triple Tree Aerodome in Woodruff several years ago.
John's 100 years old and he's still out here 6-7 days a week contributing, mentoring people, volunteering.
Helping spread the nonprofit's mission to ignite and expand a passion for aviation.
He is not only a positive man, a great spirit to be around, but he is also our ambassador.
Uncle John started flying when he was just 16 years old and says there's nothing quite like the feeling of being up in the air.
Flying is the best feeling of freedom you can have, to get up there and be in the air with nobody but me and God.
On board the Triple Tree Aerodome Air Cam, Uncle John had that feeling for 10 minutes on his 100th birthday.
His mother lived to be 100, and she continued playing the piano and doing other things after her 100th birthday. So flying has always been Dad's music. So this is a dream come true.
It was a great flight, as every flight is. This is the best one I've ever had. The last one is always the best.
Hartness says he plans to spend his 101st birthday in the sky as well. We'll have a final check of your First Warn forecast when we return.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Ryder chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows ends Friday. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
They only pay for what you need.
That's my boy.
Stay off the freeways.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This 4th, we're throwing a 4 for the 4th celebration with lots of top-rated 4s to shop, like 4 on-trend bedroom collections. Get my highly rated 5-piece Tremont bedroom, just $9.99. Stay chic with my 4.5-star Spencer panel set in 2 colors. You'll love the barn-style twist to my brand-new Foundry bedroom. Get red carpet ready in my show-stopping Diva bedroom with financing options to fit your budget. You guessed it, 4 plans to choose from. Join the 4 for the 4th celebration at Bob's. It's gonna be lit.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Why did you switch? With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile? It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, we look at one Midwestern city where a far-reaching dream of owning a home is now a reality with the hope of a TikToker. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And Gary's back. One final look at the forecast.
Yeah, places where the clouds are starting to break, starting to see that wildfire haze. There's the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam, Platteville Quimby Radio Skycam. A little more clearing there, but you can see on high-resolution radar, not much out there precipitation-wise, mainly out over Lake Michigan. And 6-hour future track radar shows maybe a shower in a couple of spots. Most areas will stay dry.
Charlotte rejoins us in a half hour for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.